Yo, man, man, oh man. Ooh, yikes, yeeks, yikes. Come on, man. Yeah, we live, man. Hey, 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 cuz already on it. I already know, Lil. You know, I already know. Hey, man, this was you know what? This is what I expected. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'm not gonna BS you. I'm not gonna play games with you. We've been watching tape, man. I predicted Crawford ninth round or 10th round stoppage. I came on there. I told him that it was going to be a ninth round stoppage. Um, Again, yesterday, I mean, not yesterday, the other day, I was hooping and hollering about Naoya Inoue being the best fighter in the world. I apologize, Naoya Inoue. I apologize, Monster Inoue. But Terrence Bud Crawford is the best fighter in the world. The best fighter in the world. Oh man. Listen. Listen. You talk about I didn't even write no notes down. You listen. This how real I want you to understand. Like this is how real I want y'all to know how it is, right? When I come on this space and I talk about I got this is my little setup right here, right? Right here to what you see is my notes right here, right? These is all the notes that I wrote from the Inoue fight, from the Inoue Cool Boy notes. These all the notes right here that I wrote down from Inoue Cool Boy. Hey, listen, I'm gonna put these notes right back right here, and I'm just gonna change the name to Terrence Crawford. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just change the name to Terrence Crawford. Listen, amazing performance, amazing performance, amazing performance, man. Amazing performance from Terrence Bud Crawford. Listen, Earl Spence is the truth, bro. Earl Spence is the guy, man. Earl Spence, bro. He's a top guy. He's a top guy. No ifs, ands, or buts. Earl Spence Jr. is a top guy. Listen, Terrence Crawford was quicker, faster, stronger, more aggressive, and show a higher ring IQ than Errol the Truth Spence. These is all of the notes that I wrote for Inoue and Fulton, by the way. Hey, Boston's salute my man. Boston's in the building. L Dub was good. Salute. I know y'all buzzing out there, L Dub. Listen, as I said, but previously, quicker, faster, stronger, more aggressive, higher ring IQ. These is the notes that I wrote for Inoue, but it stands true tonight. I came on this very screen that y'all watching, and I told y'all, I said, the only way that Bud Crawford or Earl Spence could be the number one pound for pound guy is if they put on a performance that was similar to Naoya Inoue. I think Bud Crawford one upped them. I think Terrence Crawford one upped them. I think Terrence Crawford one upped Monster Inoue for the unquestioned fighter of the year. All of these years, Top Rank was selling us Terrence Crawford was the best fighter in the world. All these years, Top Rank was telling us that Terrence Crawford made the most adjustments and the best adjustments in boxing. All of these years, Top Rank was selling us this fighter named Terrence Bud Crawford, and they told us that he was the best. He just proved it tonight. No question. No question. Dominated Earl Spence, beat him to the listen. Again, with Inoue, it was the stab jab to the body. With Crawford, it was the power jab up top. He was snapping Earl Spence's head back with that power jab. That was crazy work. Barbara, what's going on? Shout out to my girl Barbara Choice. What's up, Barbara? How you feeling about that fight? You know what I'm saying? he was knocking Spence back with the power jab. You get what I'm saying? Hey, he looked so composed, man. He looked so, he was in the Matrix, man. I think, listen, man. It got to a point where he was just doing everything he wanted to do. I think, and I honestly, I'm not being funny. I think he might got Spence orbital bone. Orbital, right? I think he might, look, that's that right eye from Earl Spence. It wasn't looking right, man. It wasn't looking right. It wasn't looking right. Shout out to my cuz, man. I know this a rough one for him, man. He said my heart hurt, man. Hey, it was a rough watch. I'm not gonna lie. It was a rough watch, but listen, this is what we was all waiting for. We were supposed to get this fight last November. It was a lot of talking being done, a lot of holding up the fight, a lot of this guy don't want the fight, a lot of that guy don't want the fight, and one guy showed you again why it's levels. You get what I'm saying? It's levels to this. You know, that's my man boss. Let me see. My man boss said I said the only way Spence wins is if they fight in the phone booth. I was wrong. Hey, listen, it got to a point in there where it looked like Earl Spence wasn't even like the things that he like. He got on his bike at times in there and all of that, man. He got on his bike. He was moving around. You could see even when Bud was landing that left hand, you could see he was grimacing with that eye. That was a rough fight, man. Earl Spence said December. What's this? This July. Really is August. So August, September, October, November, 5 months. That's a rough beating. I mean, respectfully, that's a rough one to come back off for 5 months. That's a rough one. That's a rough one to come back off for 5 months. My girl Barbara Troy said, I like both fighters, but I gave Spence the edge. It was a one-sided fight. I'm shocked. Listen, respectfully, again, like I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like I'm not an Earl Spence fan. I went to Dallas. I sat in the suite in Dallas. I flew to California. I went to the Staples Center and watched him fight Sean Porter. I'm not gonna act like I'm not an Earl Spence fan as well. Earl Spence a bad motherfucker, but Terrence Crawford showed why this is the Terrence Crawford era. Terrence Crawford showed why they didn't want to put Manny Pacquiao in there with him. People talked a lot about Terrence Crawford and getting wobbly. They talked a lot about Terrence Crawford and what he could stand up to. This was a one-sided fight. He respectfully, man, he broke Earl Spence, man. He broke him. If you can't come and tell me, only thing you could say is that I wanted to see Bud knock him clean out. That's the only thing you could say. My man, L Dub said this was easier than the Felix Diaz fight, southpaw on southpaw wise. Yeah, it was. He looked 2 levels below Bud. My man Boston's. He had no answer. Spence was trying to change the game plan himself in the ring. Nothing worked. Listen, man. Damn, man. Listen, that was a crazy one, man. That was a crazy one. You talking about a historic performance. I just said anyway had performance of the year. We just seen performance of the year. Crawford landed 60% of his power shots. Earl Spence showing too much pride activating his rematch when he knows that it's going to be at 147 again. Hey, listen. I'm on the type of tip like let Terrence Crawford get the winner of Canelo and Mel. That's what I'm thinking about. I ain't gonna lie. I like to see that. True. There's a lot of motherfuckers that can't show their face on this YouTube shit. Yeah. But you know what though, June? I'm gonna keep it a band though, June. A lot of these guys pick with their heart. A lot of these guys ain't boxing fans. They fans. They fans of men. You get what I'm saying? Again, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't think this was a 50-50 fight. We all thought this was a 50-50 fight, but I gave you the reasons why I felt like Terrence Crawford was gonna get the stoppage here. I talked about that. Errol Spence predictability. I talked about Terrence Crawford footwork. His footwork. Listen, when you go and look at Terrence Crawford fights historically, we're not even talking about this fight tonight. Terrence Crawford does not sit in the pocket for long periods of time. There's been nobody able to make Terrence Crawford chest to chest, frame, post, you know what I mean? Throw combinations on the inside. Terrence Crawford does what he does. He makes you fight at his range. He stopped Earl, and I said that. If Terrence Crawford come over that jab, if he come over that, because Errol Spence is not throwing a points jab. Errol Spence is throwing a rangefinder jab. And not to disrespect it, but a rangefinder jab is a lazy jab. I'm just trying to see where you at. Once Terrence Crawford came over that, sat him down in the second round. Listen, man. Listen. Let me see. Mel should be next for Crawford at 154. I don't disagree with that. My man Boss said, I would love to see Crawford move up. Yeah. I will, you know what? I would love to see him move up or fight Boots. This the smoke Boots want, right? Let's get it. Let's do it. If this the smoke Boots want, let's let him go for it. Let's let him have all the marbles at one time. This what he want. This the guy they saw something in, right? It was funny when it was Avanesian. It was, and again, respectfully, Earl, my fucking God. I'm not even going to bullshit you. Earl, my God, that is tough seeing again. It's tough seeing two of your favorite fighters go at it. It's also tough to see one of your favorite fighters lose in such a manner. But it was fun and jokes when it was David Avanesian. It was. My man Boston said, I don't want to see Boots. It was fun and jokes when it was when it was David Avanesian, right? Oh, it's just Avanesian. Da-da-da. Bro, this was one-sided. Errol Spence had a good first round. He was working well in the second round. Boop, bop, boop. We seen the 10-7 round. We seen him put down what? 4 times? 4 times? This is crazy. Sound fundamentals and basics will only get you so far. Shit turn different when you facing a master. Listen. Yeah. I understand that, June. But we not gonna act like Errol Spence isn't a master operator too. You know what I'm saying? I told guys, man. Man, you know what I'm saying? That was a legendary performance that we just saw. That was a legendary performance, man. Crawford power. Oh my God, bro. That power was on 10 tonight. That power was different tonight, man. Walking them down. That's not the fight that we saw is not the fight that I was expecting to see. Walking them down, doing good work, man. You know what? Listen. I know I've been cooking in here for a couple. I gotta, you know what I mean? Come holler at me, man. Come holler at me. I don't put some crazy stuff in the chat. Never mind that. Let me see. Invite. Copy. Let me see. Here we go. Let me throw it in the chat real quick. Hey, I just put the link in the chat, man. Anybody want to come up, holler at your boy? Come talk to me about this fight. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what you seen. Is this not what we wanted? I know it's fucked up to see I gotta go down that, but this is what we wanted. We wanted welterweight supremacy. We wanted a clear #1 guy, pound for pound. This is what we wanted. And this is what we got. I'm not mad at this, man. Great performance by Terrence Crawford, man. This has to be the best week in boxing. Probably boxing history. It's got to be the best week in boxing history. It's crazy, man. Got his timing down early. Out jabbed him. Looked like the stronger guy. Man, so this, whoever watching, whoever paying attention, like, let me know if you on YouTube in the chat, if you on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and drop it in the comments. How good is Terrence Crawford? How good is Terrence Crawford? This is the conversation that we at now. This guy was a former champion at 135, undisputed at 140, undisputed at 147. How good is Terrence Crawford? I mean, M. Jordan said, anyway, Crawford, Tank, and T.O. proved their levels. I don't know if T.O. proved his levels yet. T.O. had some great performances, but I don't think he stepped on he ain't stepped like this. That anyway, the way anyway and Crawford step, we ain't see T.O. step like that, respectfully. Josh Taylor, yeah. I mean, but hey, great performance by him, but fuck that guy right now. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that guy right now. Matter of fact, hey T.O., what you said?
If they want the black fighters, they could keep them.
We keeping the black fighters today. We not worried about that. Charles Lee, been telling Spence fans this what you see. Been telling Spence fans this was what's going to happen for years now. Hey man, hey, everybody got their predictions. I don't think hey, again, as a fan, as fans, we allowed to feel how we gonna feel. But I mean, I thought this fight was gonna be a little more competitive than that. I didn't think he was just gonna wipe him down like that. You know what I'm saying? Wow, man. How good is Terrence Crawford, bro? How good is Terrence Bud Crawford, man? That was an excellent performance. He did everything well, man. And nothing was a sweat, bro. It don't even, I'm keeping it 100. It didn't even look like he got out of first gear. It didn't look like that. It did not look like he got out of first gear, bro. Mainly, I'm not going to like. I'm not. And when I say that, excuse me, I'm just meaning like when he wasn't really bothered, didn't look flustered. Like it was nothing Errol Spence did that really confused him. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing that Earl did that really took him off or took him out of his game, man. Listen, man. I don't got nothing but my man Boston said he didn't get out of first gear. That's crazy, man. He broke him. Damn, he broke Earl Spence. I keep saying it again, respectfully. I fuck with Earl, but I keep saying it because it sounds crazy to say, man. Earl Spence is a machine, bro. Do you know who Earl Spence Jr. is? Do we know who Earl Spence Jr. is? Just stop Ugas, win over Danny, beat Sean Porter, beat Kell Brook in England, beat Mikey Garcia, 12-0, blanked him. This ain't no regular guy we talking about, man. This ain't no regular welterweight, man. This just go to show skills is the skills, man. Yeah, Crawford had to take a lesser route, going through Horn, going through Benavidez, going through Mean Machine, Amir Khan, Kell Brook, Sean Porter. Yeah, he had to do that. But that don't change who you are as a fighter, bro. If you can fight anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I think Earl did have a tougher time. But at the same time, when we meet up, this is the result. This is the result. When they met up, this is the result, man. Perfect performance from Terrence Bud Crawford, man. Legendary, man. This dude is a first ballot Hall of Famer. But I want y'all to let me know how good is he. June. My man June said that was hard to watch at the end. Not gonna lie. Nasty work by Derek. Not gonna lie. Hey, listen, it's all the marbles. Some fighters said, let me go out on my shield. Again, Derek never had no fighter in this predicament. He never been here before either. He never, hey, excuse me. Derek has been here before with Jamel. I'm just saying he never been here with his top guy, man. This guy been with Errol Spence through the amateurs, man. He been with this ain't just no Johnny come lately training. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, man. We ain't talking about that guy right now. We don't care about what we think Canelo gonna do. Canelo got to get past Mel Charlo. So before we even talk about anything with that guy, he got business to handle in September. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence he a stud, man. With all respect to Errol Spence. And if he take the rematch, all respect to him. I don't think he should take that rematch. I don't think so. I don't think that's best. It's issues that I'm seeing in Errol Spence that don't have nothing to do with being at 154 pounds. I'm telling you, man. I don't think he should do that. I don't think he should do that, man. This is crazy. Listen, man. We just witnessed some legendary shit, man. You gotta respect that, what we just saw. I gave Spence a 10%. I give Spence a 10% chance in the rematch. He will have to change his whole boxing style, speed, and boxing IQ. Boston's, that's the problem. You think that Errol Spence going to improve. But what about a Terrence Crawford what about his confidence level going into a rematch, knowing what he did the first fight? I don't want to see Errol Spence in a rematch. People talk shit about Eddie Hearn. And listen, if Spence in a rematch, get that bread. By all means, go get the money. Do what you feel is necessary. Again, we get on Eddie Hearn, call him rematch room, saying that it's unnecessary rematch. I don't want to see this fight again. I don't want to see this fight again. I don't. My man Jones said Spence still a dog. He goes down as the second greatest welterweight of his era. Retired with them 20 M's. Yeah. I don't want to see that. I don't want Karma talking about who want to fight me. Hey, Karma, you gotta chill. Imagine if Bud came out of first. Yo, it was crazy. It was crazy. My wife, Lindsay Gupton, says Terrence strength cannot be matched. Listen, man. He was punishing him, man. Listen, respectfully, I'm gonna just keep saying that. That way nobody could clip nothing I'm saying and make it seem like I'm just coming at Earl or this a bash party. He was hurting Errol Spence, man. He was walking like, it's funny because Tank Davis made the comment about the glass shield and the metal shield. We seen who had what kind of shield tonight. Every punch that Terrence Crawford was landing was hard punches, bro. The shit Errol Spence landed, it was not sticking. They didn't have that zing. They did not have that zing, man. They did not have the zing on them. I'm telling you. Like Errol Spence, bro, I just thought it was going to be more power. I'm like, damn, maybe Terrence Crawford ain't going to like it to the body. That shit looked like it didn't phase Bud at all. At all. My man Dante Ricker said it should have been stopped in 7. I agree with that. I agree with that. They should have stopped that fight. I think the 7th round, that was that 10-9 round, if I'm not mistaken. And even some of them rounds that Crawford won 10-9, some of them rounds could have been 10. One or two of them rounds could have been a 10-8 round. One of them 2 rounds could have been a 10-8. That was a pure dominant performance, man. Ring IQ, man. He knew exactly where to be. No wasted movement. He wasn't running around. But I'm telling you, watch the feet, man. Terrence Crawford feet, elite. He didn't have to see. People was trying to make it seem like Terrence Crawford had to move around the way he moved in a post-star fight. They feel like if you're not bouncing and gliding and sliding around the ring, that your feet ain't that good. Listen. I know my man Ty gonna have some fun tomorrow, man. It's gonna get crazy. My man Jones said you can see that his power was fading when throwing those hooks downstairs. Yeah, but Earl Spence he a stud. He a fucking dog, and he went until he couldn't go no more. Harvey Dock, the best referee in the game, he had to stop it. Harvey Dock is the best referee in the game. I trust his judgment. I'm not. Come on, Lil. Come on, bro. I ain't gonna say that. Come on, Lil. Nah, I'm good with that stoppage. I think it should have came a little earlier, but I really think Spence's eye is broken, man. I think he is fractured something, man. That eye looked a little wild, man. Crawford, let me see. Crawford really should have had the fight stopped a few rounds earlier. And the crazy part about it is that Bud was just showing levels. Bud was just going through the motions. He never really like, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to make no excuses. I feel like he didn't step on the gas for a reason. Like I feel like, and maybe I'm just replaying it. I only seen it once. I'm gonna go back and watch it again. I feel like Bud never stepped on the gas. I feel like he didn't step on the gas like the way we know. Like even when he had Spence hurt in them couple, I think it was that 7 where he dropped him twice. He never acted like he just went through the motions. He never stepped on the gas. He never put his foot down on the gas and said, "You know what? I'm gonna stop this guy. I'm about to get him out of here. He never did that. He never did that, bro. Crazy. That was a great performance, man. Great performance. Great performance. Whew. My phone buzzing right now. It's buzzing right now. Look, somebody says Spence looked like he was smoking on that bus before the fight. Yeah, man. He was but look, yeah, he did. Great stoppage. Earl was trying. Yeah, he was trying. He was definitely trying hard, but that shit, man, that shit was not enough, man. That shit was not enough, man. Whew. Man, how good is Terrence Crawford, bro? How good is Terrence Crawford, man? Listen, I gave y'all my prediction. I told you 9 rounds. I think I said 9, 10. I know I for sure said 9. I think I tweeted in the 9th or the 10th exactly. Listen, man, that fight can't get no. Oh man, great dominant performance. He dominated another champion while the champion was in his prime. Errol Spence took them belts off. Every one of them belts, he took off somebody. Bud Crawford is 32 years old. He's 35 years old, excuse me. Errol Spence, 32 years old. We can't hear and he aged. Nope, he didn't age him out. Nope. Errol Spence made the weight. He been making the weight. He never missed weight before in his career. Hey, Bud is a different beast. Bud is a different beast. That's it. Bud is a different beast. I'm telling y'all, man. I knew it, bro. I knew it. This is the number one guy. This is the number one guy. I don't want to see Errol Spence take this rematch, man. I really don't. Respectfully, I don't want to see it, man. I don't want to see it, man. I don't want to see it, man. Listen, I'm gonna go back and watch that fight again. I don't know if I want to see my man Earl back no more, man. I ain't like that. I didn't like that, man. He said Spence looked horrible in the press conference. The media event right now. Oh, okay. Damn. Sheesh, man. God damn, man. That's rough, man. That's man, dog. Yeah, I'm gonna come back on this joint tomorrow, man. This is, oh my goodness. Sheesh. Hey, listen, I appreciate y'all for joining me, man. It's Truth, a short for Truth Over Narrative. Beautiful, great performance from Terrence Bud Crawford. Number 1 pound for pound. First male, 2-time undisputed. Just stamped his ticket to the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Great work, man. I'm a holler, man. A-side, we out, man. Sheesh.